Good morning, Zio here. I meant to do this Friday. Things happened. Anyway, I apologize. So, we're going to be talking about Blizzard and, I guess go over all the clickbait, shredding of document stuff. Yeah, sounds good to me. Anyway, grab yourself some coffee, sit back, relax, and, let's get into it, shall we? Yeah, that's exactly what I was supposed to do. You know what? Apparently, I could cut all that out, but you know what? It's kind of funny, I guess. I don't know. Apparently I've hit the wrong buttons or something. You know, it's early. I can't see, can't do anything. But anyway, apparently, the Blizzard document, the lawsuit from California, has been amended to include the shredding of documents, or them saying that Blizzard has essentially shredded some documents. Now, this could mean a number of things. One, absolutely nothing has happened. And they're just saying that because they feel that maybe this has happened or something, and I still can't see jack without my eyes. But yeah. So, what exactly does this mean? California allege Activision Blizzard improperly shredded documents, or investigation documents. This could be a number of things, of course, like I said, and it could be anywhere from maybe documents were shredded, or maybe they weren't. Maybe they do have somebody inside who was able to tell them that they were shredded. I don't know. They probably do. But yeah, so if there's one thing we do know from the Blizzard lawsuit going through it, that some of the things actually in the paperwork, because we have gone over it here on this channel, go check it out if you don't believe me, it seems to be a bit over exaggerated, from the Cosby suite being dumped into the document in such a way to sound like a really super bad thing. And of course, you know, if you've just heard me say that and have no idea what I'm talking about, did a whole video on that. There was the whole Call of Duty thing, you know, where people were playing Call of Duty and stuff. Apparently that was addressed, or supposedly the rumors are, from what I've heard, that didn't actually happen at Activision. That happened at a different studio that happens to be under Activision. As well as apparently the so-called cube crawls, if those were a legitimate thing, which I still don't think is real. It sounds so outlandish it can't be. But I mean, I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I still would love to see video of that taking place, just so I can go ahead and say, damn, I was wrong. But, you know, and to just see how absurd that is, because I've never ever heard of anything like that, even with some place that is being claimed to have bro culture or whatever it is, you know. Oh, yep, whatever. Anyway, point is, a lot of the stuff seems to be taken slightly out of context or put in a way to sound worse than it really is, in my opinion. And of course, we've gone over a lot of that. Now, just because I've said that, of course, doesn't mean that Blizzard hasn't done anything bad, right? Blizzard definitely has. We've got a lot of complaints about Blizzard. I personally have also complained about a lot of the stuff Blizzard has been doing. But apparently, according to the DFEH, they have amended the thing, which I can't actually go see, by the way, because when I tried to actually go to the thingy now, my access has been denied. I'm not allowed to actually see the thingy anymore for some reason. I don't know why. Anyway, I guess somebody didn't like people looking into it, so they've sort of sealed the case somewhat to where it's not in the public eye, or easily acceptable, which means I would have to go down and ask for this stuff, and I'm nowhere near there to do that. Nor am I going to drive over 3,000 miles to do it. I'm sorry. But yeah, they say that documents relating to the investigation and complaints were shredded by human resources. Now, what does this exactly mean? Blizzard has responded. I believe the update is lower here, and we'll go over that for a second. But what exactly does this mean? This could mean that Blizzard has digitized all that information and then they shredded the paper. There's nothing illegal about that. As long as they continue to hold a copy of it, I am almost positive, like, I know I'm not a lawyer or anything, but I'm almost positive that it is totally acceptable for you to make a digital version to digitize the paperwork, you know, in this day and age, for easier dissemination and, you know, easier upkeep and things like that. So this way you don't have a box of hard copies floating about, you know, a bunch of hard box copies, and you can essentially just hand over a hand drive, right? A hand drive, a thumb drive, a flash drive, whatever you want to call it. You know, it's much easier to hand that over than it would be to send like 50,000 boxes worth of paperwork for people to, you know, go through. And it's, you know, much easier to transport and all that good stuff, unless you just really, really want to be a D about it. And then you give them the 5,000 pages of this, that, and the other, and the 50, you know, boxes worth of stuff. Anyway, that's one of the things it could mean. Everybody, of course, is jumping to they're illegally doing this, they're doing that, and, you know, they're shredding the documents, which, of course, makes me wonder what I'm going to title this, you know, like, anyway. But yeah, so it could be a number of things. Maybe they did. There's always the possibility, because now we're just going to speculate, right? All this is speculation. You know, maybe they did shred the documents. Maybe they figured whatever was in all of that stuff was worse than the penalty to shred it and say, oops, my bad, I just happened to trip over something and it fell into the shredder. Oops. You know, that sort of thing, versus whatever was in there could get them in even more trouble, that sort of thing. That's always a possibility as well. Of course, there's the possibility of the whole digitizing it, where they've digitized it and then they shredded the other, you know, the paper copies, which, you know, pretty sure, I'm still pretty sure isn't completely illegal. Of course, it might be different in different states. I don't know. Because I know we used to do something like that at a job that I had worked at one point in time, where we would digitize a lot of these hard copies and then destroy the hard copies because we didn't really have anywhere to keep them, right? There was just nowhere to put them, and it was much cleaner and easier to digitize everything and bring it up and find it, and so much quicker to do that than it was to handle and hold boxes upon boxes upon boxes dating 5-10 years back of hard copies. Yeah, I guess that's where it is. Or there's always the whole nothing was actually done, nothing has actually changed, and DFEH is just preaching at this point. They think this has happened or something, so they're just going to add it to it, because, like I said, some of the things actually in this lawsuit feel like they have been over exaggerated or attributed to one entity when it was a different entity, and I'm not really sure how that works. I know Activision, of course, is named in the lawsuit, and so is Activision Blizzard and Activision Publishings, and you know, if they're going to name something that maybe happened at Treyarch or somebody who happens to be affiliated with Activision under them or something, without directly naming them, I'm not really sure how that works. Because, like I said, you know, with the Call of Duty stuff, that seems to be a different studio altogether. And, you know, they just happen to be under the Activision name. But, yeah. Also, Activision has apparently distanced itself recently from the Call of Duty. Speaking of which, you'll see that on their new thing, they do not have Activision written there, when last year, clearly Activision was written at the bottom of the thing. So they're just sort of trying to distance themselves from all that, because pretty much like a business standpoint, it's like if nobody sees the Activision logo, they're less likely to think, oh yeah, that's right, this had something to do with Activision, and Activision did this thing. I'm not gonna play this now. I'm gonna return it or not buy it, that sort of thing. But anyway, there is a statement from Blizzard itself. So we will go over that. This seems kind of long, so we'll cliff notes it, I guess. But throughout our engagement with the DFEH, we have complied with every proper request in support of its review, even as we had been implementing reforms to ensure our workplaces are welcoming and safe for every employee. These changes continue today, which they have done changes. Several people have lost their jobs, some heads have rolled, and people have been replaced, which of course is something that I said was going to happen, right? And it did. It's the normal thing for companies like this to do. But several high-level personal channels, revamp hiring, recruiting practices, which is something they really need to do because they've been, well, let's just say they were lax on that, very much so for a while. Greater transparency on pay equality, expanding and improving training and investigation capabilities of human resources and staff, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, yeah, so they're supposedly implementing these changes. Wow. Zio can't speak. That's nothing new. How are you doing today? Anyway, we strive to be a company that recognizes and celebrates the diverse talents and perspective that leads to creations of great global blah blah blah, yada yada. Okay, yeah. Anyway, so they released a statement saying, yeah, not us. Here's all the changes we're doing. And that's about it. Now, what does this mean? Of course, we've already talked about it. There's nothing else more to say, I guess, on this. So let me know what you think down in the comments below. Nah, we'll talk to you later. See ya. Hey, thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a comment, smash that like button, and always subscribe for more. And of course, there are other videos floating around somewhere on the screen, so click one of those and see if you can find something that suits your fancy. Till then, I'll see you later. Bye.